Alright, hello everybody, I'm Daniel and today I wanted to make the last part of the Ark of Osiris starting strategy videos. So I got a few minutes till the game starts. Let me be sure I catch it. So in this video I will do the strategy for the people that teleport in the beginning. There will be 15 teleports in the beginning right now because of the change to the energy system, meaning a lot of you will have to be really on spot, like half the team has to teleport at exactly the same very precise time. So here I am, I'm doing this to show a little bit of what can actually be done, how much time it takes, because there are some issues. The first teleporters, and yeah, I will try to solve them because there are some issues. The first issue is that you cannot send many marches. Like you cannot send out your whole 5 marches because you won't have anywhere to put them. There are no buildings, not even opened. So that's something that I want to see here. Now I believe there are two types of first teleporters that have to differentiate. I mean the rally leaders and the garrison commanders, for example, that have strict roles should probably send out a troop. Should probably, especially the garrison leader mostly. The garrison leaders are the ones that I am most interested upon. So here I will go for the furthest obelisk. I believe it's the bottom one here. Let's see how fast I can reach it with my tier 1 cavalry. There is something that I want you to see, because I believe you can teleport before the building actually opens, like before the desert altar opens. So I think that's a huge idea of me to send out the troops right here, teleport them before it opens, and just go. The garrison leader maybe should send a troop to the desert altar, but the others probably should keep their armies at home and just send one in the opening rally. So the start would be, if I would have a teleport, I would do a rally to the obelisk, so 5 marches. Like the obelisk you want to be safe, and the only ones that can keep the obelisk safe and do not have other jobs to do are have nothing to do in the first 3 minutes until the occupation of the obelisk are the first teleporters, so they should be on the obelisk, of course. Other options are on the outpost to go. Maybe somebody thinks of that, but I don't think that's so amazing. It's okay, but not amazing. Yeah, sure, you can have a troop inside it. It's alright. But you will have to take it back all the way to your city if you want to use it later on. So it's okay. So what I wanted to show you, the little trick that I used to very first deployment. It's what is introduced with the new update. Before, if you try to click a caravan, right? If you try to click a caravan to send troops, it will say the preparation cannot be performed. So to be even faster, you can select the ground, click march, new troops, and now I will go to my preset. I have the tier 1s with very fast chow chow. And yeah, let's see what's the movement speed. It says 2 minutes. That's crazy. It's super fast. I'm really curious to see if I can manage how fast I can manage to actually get to the obelisk, because this is a part of the strategy and the idea that I have. So you see, I am already prepared to launch it. Of course, it doesn't work with rallies or something like that, but yes, so good luck. All right. Right off the bat, starting super fast. I believe it's almost the same on the other one, should be even closer, I believe. So let's see if we can use anything for increased movement speed right here. Do not see anything. Like, maybe I won't go into the outpost, I believe. Maybe I should. But the idea right now is to be very fast to the obelisk. That's the idea. And that we are trying to look at. What we are aiming for is something around the 55-30 margin or something like that. So 55-30, if we can manage, that would be awesome. Great, very good. So it's a 56 already. Okay, come on. So this is the one that is furthest away. So it does take some time. So the other one, I believe I can go faster, but this one is definitely limited in the speed. It was a very strange route. Maybe should have done the other way. Either way, but it seems like 50, 55. It's the time. So it took him 3 minutes to reach. So in this case, definitely should have been one army here present, trying to. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Get inside. Alright, so we're 3 minutes 55, so exactly at 52 when the desert altar opens, we will be able to teleport. Oh, I believe here it's a little bit better. So if I were to test, like, for example, what do I have fast here? Yeah, something like this, but not with, but just pure cavalry. It should be faster. Yes, definitely. If the archers reach it in 2 minutes, then here I can definitely go much faster. Anyways, now we're gonna wait for the teleports, and then we are gonna explore what are the options once you've teleported, right? Because right now you're basically waiting. I mean, you could have maximum one troop out and occupy the entering the desert altar, maybe another one in the Shrine of Life, but you got to be really careful because you have to enter it. So no more than, and we got 7 people now that teleport in the beginning, so there cannot be 7 people trying to enter one structure. There will have to be some order, and order has to be respected, or else like just don't send anything. Hopefully the middle team can alleviate the pressure, because actually that's one of the issues of the strategy with having many teleports, is that you do not have the field presence right at the beginning. So we still wait 1 minute. Maybe even the new skills with 30 seconds faster can, maybe they are good. Maybe they are good. For teleporting in these cases. 1 more minute. So yeah, after you teleport, you, even before that, you have to know when do you have to garrison. How strong are troops on the field? Do you want to field fight a lot? Do you have 10 legendary commanders to field fight properly? If not, maybe joining one rally and fighting with 4 is better. So joining the rally, I think it's always a good idea. So here right off the bat, in this time you think about where do you send your troops. Usually the desert altar would be full of middle team players, and yeah, let's see, unshielded, and we can already teleport. Look at that, very fast, very close to the altar. You take away, now the buildings are unshielded. If the enemy would be here to attack us, we would be able to very fast send out the troops, right? So let's see, like for example, Pak, you got one, you get the second one right here. Seems like some people tried to join. You get the fourth one, right? And you get the fifth one, right? So in this case, and let's see how much time it takes. Around, look at this, it takes around 30 seconds. Oh, it came back for some reason, I don't know. 9 seconds until this hits the gathering spot, and yeah, a few seconds for this one. So if you could imagine that if the enemy would be fighting here with our middle team, you would be able to come pretty fast to help them. That being said, you still are one minute 1 minute late, I think, close to 1 minute late. So that's one of the issues. That's one of the issues that this strategy has, and you have to be really dependent on middle team, right? Because you definitely want that. Okay, so you got your teams right here, your 4 marches. If you want, you could send one to the Shrine of Life to garrison it, for example. It's alright, heavy infantry if you don't have that many legendary commanders. Here would be the middle team already gathered, would be fighting, maybe probably either winning or losing. That's the idea, is that you're very close and you can refresh. The rally would be started by now, and right now it should be marching. Right now it should be marching. So your troops should start advancing. Like if you don't have to garrison the altar with one of those troops, like you got maybe an infantry, send it in there. And if you got like good enough 3 or 4 marches, you can advance with the rally, and you will see it will be around 49 minute mark, and that's about the time you have to stand around and fight or decide for yourself. So this is one of the strategies that you can do with this. It seems easy, but it's a little bit more. You need to be fast, like I said, even on that one, you need to be fast on capturing. And right now you would support, for example, the rally with just attacking the shrine in this case, because let's say the 5th March would have been inside the rally usually, and you would have a lot of people swarming right here. And if probably the shrine would fall, or if the shrine would not fall, you would have your marches. So let's simulate this. Like let's say you're fighting. Now I simulate the fact that this is fighting and dying, right? So it takes around the same time. So in around 1 minute 40, it would be back. If you would attack the shrine, this would fight for, I don't know, 1 minute and then die in 30 seconds. Or else it would return in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So it's pretty much the same. And I'm simulating that. And now here you got the options. Let's see what's gonna happen. You got options like maybe this one dies as well, right after some time. Maybe the altar is falling. Here you got options usually with these 2 troops that remain to me. I will probably ignore them right now because I don't want to misrepresent what reality happens. So let's say in this scenario you have two routed troops, and let's say maybe these are half injured. Maybe one you won the shrine and it's half injured, right? And the other one is half injured as well, and it's somewhere outside here. For example, I'm just giving you a scenario. What would you do? Like here's a question, and I think you got two options. Like if you're really good at middle fighting and you got the good commanders like Juan and Alexander, William, and the other one, I would take out these yellow marches, keep the one inside to protect it if the enemy, if we got enough here, and I think you got options to either send this yellow march if it's a strong enough march, send it to middle, maybe like put it here in the provisioning and 46, and now you would already focus on sending out your troops again, and like in this example I would focus on sending to middle. Now it's a minute 46. It would be around that other time that you would start the rally, so this would be like Grimid doing the second rally already, because let's see, the troops are returning in case the enemy got it back, swarmed it or something like that. And here you got the other option to send your march that died to the sky altar, for example. You got the other options to help reinforce the sky altar. Why not? There is a second rally coming for the sky altar as well, if it didn't. So you would have like a very weak run here that you can suicide like this. This is honestly not something I know 100%, because it's a yellow margin in the outside. It did its job. You could suicide it. You could suicide it in a troop. You can put it in an outpost and try to get some points like that. But the idea is that you saw how grouped you are at the beginning, for example. But the moment your troops come back a little bit late, like I will simulate that here is I would simulate that here, for example, is the other march going with the rally, right? So it's going with the rally, and this would be routed right now, maybe something like that, or staying inside taking a beating. And now you got this juggling to do a little bit, because you're like, okay, like you send one middle, maybe but if you send one middle, I think you should send both middle. Like, don't go to one sky altar and don't go to a shrine of war, and maybe even try to meet up with the injured march. Like try to do this maneuver and try to get your marches together. One is maybe home, returning home dead. One is in the rally to the shrine of war. So this is the options that you would have usually in this kind of situations. If as first teleported around the start of the 44 minute mark. I hope I didn't confuse you too much, but you can see, like for example, you always got tons of options, but you really got to know the timers of the rallies. Like if you got the shrine, if the rally failed, like you really got to know the timers, like 43, 44, the arc timer, and if you move fast enough, you always make it to those objectives in time, even if it's a little bit late, let's say maybe a few seconds, but you are there to join a half injured, to rally, to or to swarm, or just to fight for the arc, protect the arc carrier. Maybe we start winning already, the people are winning, right, and you're here just to protect them. Now let's see, for example, we can drop the arc just out of curiosity. So I will just recall the troops right now, and maybe like simulate again what your objectives are. So as fast teleporter, just as a recap, but I think you kind of understand the ideas. So if so the teleport is right at the edge. You always got to make use of that extra space because you saw how fast I reached the desert Tartar. In some cases, you need to keep in mind on that position. Yeah. So, like, if you got any other ideas about what I should touch upon how to play this role, how I play it more exactly. Like maybe there are other ideas, like you could go full 5 marches middle. That's also a possibility of full swarming a shrine with your troops. But like I said, like you got to manage this back and forth pretty good. And sometimes when you got one march remaining, and you can send it sometimes to another lane to help if you can micromanage good enough. Or do not forget ever about the objectives like this. Now will be the time where the arc is delivered, usually at minute 40. Here is the downtime usually when happens, and the enemy is starting to advance. But right now, like in minute 40, the second divine aid would have been used, so you'd have a lot of people already joining in. I think almost 26 people should have teleported by now. So basically right now it's all about the objectives, like juggling the 1, 2, 3, the 3 objectives that you have. And it's also interesting that you can yeah, let's test if I can join in a white building out of curiosity. But the idea is that if you're teleported here, like it's easier to attack this side. So let's see, like for example, what are the timers for reaching this kind of. So let's say something like this is very consistent in the movement speed, around 2 minutes 30 from the city to the enemy shrine of war. So you got to be fast. For example, if we launch the rally, like you got to be fast and send your swarmers very fast. And here, let's see, for example, how far away the other altar is, and well, if you see, it's actually closer. Yeah, it's actually closer. You can see it on the map also, because it's slightly closer to the. So you can definitely, like, even if you are right here in this position, teleported way off, as close as you can to the desert altar, you can still reach the enemy sky altar very easily. And another nice trick that I want to use, and I will demonstrate it. For example, if there is, for some reason, maybe you have more marches than you can, and you don't know exactly what to do with them. Maybe you want to see the positioning of the enemy, right? Like the enemy could position in different ways. Reaper Knights, the very fast ballistas, yes, why not? My presets are a mess right now. We'll do all of this. I got my barbarians, I got my. So, this is one of the places that you can. Not quite like this, it should be more like this, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So this is one of the places that you can exploit, what I like to call it's the sweet spot. This is the sweet spot where from here you can reach almost all the objectives, and I think you have time to react to all of them. If the enemy has a very strong presence to the sky altar, you can go to the Shrine of War. if the enemy is dangerously advancing towards our desert altar, for example, um, and we do not have enough defenses right now, and here in, I believe, like 40 seconds you can reach it. Yeah, 36 seconds. So this is one of my favorite places to camp if I don't know what to do exactly with my troops. I send a fast cavalry here, maybe two, because there will always be rallies to the sky altar, and there will always be rallies to the shrine of war, or there will be always a rally on our desert altar. And a Khan, oh, it delivered the ark. Oh, nice. I didn't know. Oh, so it captured the building and delivered the ark. Awesome. That's a great thing. So like for a Khan, for example, it can reach everything in 30 seconds almost. 30-40 seconds from this position, from this middle position right here. And on top it is around here, near this. I prefer it to be, I will send this is one of the positions that I like. It is around this great pyramid. Now probably the position here is I believe somewhere around this part, because so it's a little bit further from the city and more towards the enemy base, I believe this, if I look at the map, but it's still a very good position. Like this is very annoying, but this is a very good position right here. Like the thing is that it forces the enemy rally to go this side to our sky altar. So you can always, you're not committed to anything if you stay right here, if you got armies around this area. You're not committed to anything. It's also very hard for the enemy to see the desert altar. Of course, this is not what you should always do, but I'm talking about, hey, I got two troops, I don't know right now what to do with them. Maybe I don't want to send them to the ark because they are weak. Maybe I don't want to swarm because I missed the rally. The rally is already ahead, right? It's like right there, and you cannot just attack the building. It's not gonna work. Maybe you hit it more, maybe you not. So you don't want to commit 100%, because you can send a troop here, maybe even place it inside one of this caravan and just join with the rally that starts in 30 seconds to the enemy sky altar, right? Or help out in the defense. Yeah, so I think that covers it. I don't want to make it too long, but that's about the idea, and that's how I think about this kind of situations. I hope you liked it, and hope you learned something from it. And yeah, this is the starting series. I did do some, how do you call it, middle game elements, but I hope you like the starting series with the teleports and such, and how differently you send out your troops for each position, and how your teleport position is different, and how you can use commanders with different movement speed and the same movement speed to reach different objectives with them when I did the other ones, and how the middle players should defend the altars, for example, the inner lane also. I hope you really enjoyed this and it makes you a better player. Alright, have a great day. Daniel out. Bye bye, guys.